Can you add a little transparent dot in the center of the screen?
I hate you. Of all the things to remind me of. By the way, you might be able to see a small dot in the center of the screen. That's the mouse cursor. I can't make it go away. It's just some kind of flaw with the game.
What? The mouse cursor is in the middle of the screen?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't pick up on the recording because I
see it.
set it not to.
I see it all right.
2 hours later.
How it worked before
Hang on
was...
a second. What happened to the dot in the middle of the screen?
Oh, right. I was going to explain that. Okay, here it is. It says center cursor display. And I didn't even see that little description box until just now. And I thought, like, oh, maybe there's like a first-person aiming mode where you throw spears and this turns on a cursor or something. So I turn it on.
It was just like so stupid that you thought that the game shipped like that.
It was okay.
But instead...
Hey, why did you change the fucking camera angle? I was trying to jump to the ledge, you fucking assholes!
Great game, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, seriously. I stand
on
the
this?
2008 reviewers.
I cannot stand on that. Thanks, video game. That was very nice of you. I'm trying to go up there and get the medals because you demand that I collect the medals in order to progress to later stages in the game. Only for you to fuck me over with the camera flyover that didn't even need to be there.
I think Sonic officially started turning bad when they stopped using CRT monitors in the stages.
Oh, so in 1998.
Yes, exactly. Sonic officially started turning bad when they stopped using CRT monitors in the stages. I could be a classicist.
That you can.
What is this?
What? What is what?
What's this?
This story about Michael's glasses.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I wear glasses, and recently I had an issue with my nose pads on the glasses that I'm currently using, which I got in like 2022 or something. So like I'm adjusting these nose pads because it's like the problem with that particular pair of glasses is that it's really easy to get the nose pads too tight to the point where like they like hurt your nose and like leave little pink indentations. So I was adjusting them, trying to get it just right, and one of the nose pad, well, like it got bent in a weird way, where I needed to specifically unbend it. So I'm like, well, okay, well, fine, I'll just, but like every time I was trying to adjust it, like the what would you call them, legs, arms on the glasses, the part that go over your ears, like would come down. Oh, I've got to hold Y. Sorry, I'm fucked up because I basically played through both the Wii and PS2 versions recently to make fun of Alonzo, so I'm not used to this version. Okay, so I did that. Like the legs, the part of the glasses that go over your ears would keep flopping down whenever I turn the glasses. So I'm like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do to make it easier for me to bend this nose piece back into place. I'm going to unscrew the legs and set them aside along with the screws so that I can focus on unbending this nose piece so I can get it in the correct way, because Mikey's as specific about his glasses fitting right as he is about his footage, so you guys can only imagine.
Right.
So I do that.
I can't imagine.
And
I've known you for 12 years.
There's the death scream. I think that's the first time I've died as the werehog too, but has got impatient on that tightrope.
That was impressive.
All right, so I take off the legs. I set them I set them aside, and what I specifically do is I have like a motorized screwdriver set, and it specifically has a magnetized little bin to put your screws in so that you can't lose them as easily, especially when you're working with teeny tiny screws that are easy to lose. So I specifically put fucking screws in that little bin so that I won't lose them. And then I immediately
tiny.
accidentally knocked that magnetic bin off of my desk and onto the floor, which is carpeted. And I was like, oh
and then
shit.
the cat came by and sniffed it and ate all the contents that had spilled inside.
So like, I'm like, okay,
And
good
it went
thing I
in the
put those
box.
screws in the magnetic bin so that they can't get lost easily. But then I pick up the magnetic bin. Oh, I guess in this case, the lever turns on the fire and then the floor switch opens the door. In this case,
it
when
looks
I
like
knocked
shit.
the thing over, the fucking screws came loose from the goddamn magnetic bin. And because they're tiny screws and they're like black, and like my chair is old, so like little black flecks of the pleather were coming off and they're all over the floor, and it just happens to be the same color as the fucking screws. So now the fucking
You'd have an easier time picking fly shit out of pepper
Exactly,
while wearing
yeah.
boxing gloves.
So like I'm fucking steamed, right? I'm furious because like, oh my god, I specifically went out of my way, put it in that little bin so this wouldn't happen, and then immediately I knocked it over and caused it to happen anyway.
Oh, that's so
So I'm
funny. I can only imagine hearing the Mikey terror.
Like I was furious. Like I was like cursing up obscenities left and right because I was so angry.
I threw my PVM out the window.
Well, that PVM is heavy and huge, so that wasn't gonna happen, but like I was throwing things around the room just in anger, like empty bottles of water and stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. I
But
did
anyway,
that one time,
like-
but with the
and
SD
I'm like-
card on my phone.
Wait a minute. I bought a magnetic searcher thing. Like it's basically just a magnet on a stick, and you use it to find like stuff in your, like if you drop a nail near your tire in a garage, that's what you usually use them for. So the nail will just magnetize to the magnet, and then your tire is safe. And I had bought one specific.
Mikey, how many nails have you dropped in your garage?
Not many, but it's useful to have when you. The reason I actually bought it is for this sort of situation where I lose a tiny screw. So instead of trying to have to sift through carpet to find a teeny tiny little baby screw, I could just wave a magnet over it and find it real quickly, or at least that was the idea. But I figured out that the fucking screw, these particular screws evidently will not magnetize to the specific magnet, and I have no idea why. So like I'm waving it over my work area where I edit my videos and stuff, trying to find these fucking screws. And like it just won't fucking magnetize, and I'm just like, where the fuck are these goddamn screws at? Then I finally get the idea to look like between the couch cushions, because like, but the chair that I edit in is basically like a lazy boy, or like a recliner.
Bless you.
So like I look in between the couch cushion and the armrest, and I'm like, okay, where's the fuck? And then I found one of the screws in like the cup holder. I'm like, oh, thank God, I found one of the screws. So at least I could put one of the legs on, so I can kind of wear the glasses. So like
You had to do this entire thing without wearing glasses.
yeah, that's what made it worse. Is like I could barely fucking see anything when I'm trying to search for these screws on my hands and knees. Like on the ground, sifting through carpet, looking for screws.
And then the cat's jumping on you.
I lock her out of this room so that specifically for that kind
is
of
this
reason.
oil ocean zone?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it does look dark. All right.
Just like Ethan's sense of humor.
So I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I can't lose this fucking screw. So I immediately tried to screw it back into its respective hole and put one of the legs back. And I'm grabbing
You dropped it.
I'm trying to be as careful as possible, right? So I'm holding the screw with a pair of tweezers. So like, you know, to get a better
I
grip on
dropped
it.
it in the toilet just as I was flushing it.
What happened was I squeezed the tweezers too hard and the fucking screw went flying across the room.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy this happened.
So
Mikey?
I was fucking furious at that point, and it's a good thing that I have had some spare contacts lying around that I could use to basically go rush it to a lens crafter's and you know what? In the process of trying to fix the nose piece, I broke the fucking thing off.
You broke the nose piece off.
Which is the whole reason I took the fucking legs off to begin with, so that I could more easily bend this thing back into shape. And like, I managed to fucking snap the thing off and break it. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take this dismantled set of glasses to the fucking lens crafters and see if they can fix it, because this is ridiculous. So I put on a pair of contacts and rush over to the lens crafters, and I walk in and the lady's like, hey, how can I help you today? And I'm like, I basically hand her the glasses and the 2 legs and the severed nose piece, and I'm like, can you fix this? And she's just like, okay, did you get those from us? And I'm like, no, I got it from somewhere else. And she's like, okay, I can get you screws for the legs, but for the nose piece, we don't have a laser weld or solder machine here. You're gonna have to go to another fucking city to get those fixed. So like,
If they're a glasses shop that specializes in fixing your glasses, and they don't have the what? Why would they not have it all? It's like they employ a bunch of chips there.
So you're saying that they're too busy eating chocolate ice cream?
Chocolate.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Is this level almost finished?
Is this game almost finished?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
So that was my
sounds like a
glasses
wonderful story.
As you can tell, it was pretty eventful.
Did you have to take it to another place to get 2 tiny screws, or did you find them?
Okay, so I did not find the screws. That's just why I took them to lens crafters. So I'm like, okay, they're probably gonna have screws that fit these holes. It's not worth me trying to sift through the carpet to find these teeny tiny fucking screws that are like literally the size of like peppercorn flakes. Like you were talking about fly shit and pepper. Like they were literally that small.
They were not literally that small.
They were maybe like
Peppercorn
1.5
flakes.
times larger, but they were small enough that it was difficult to find them.
Like a single grain of pepper.
Yes. It was pretty ridiculous. So like the lady was able to find me screws and put the legs back on so I could like at least sort of kind of wear it. One of the nose pieces was gone, but
This game ripped off Mario 64.
yeah,
It's just so funny, the contrast in daytime and nighttime, where you're flying around at the speed of sound in daytime, but in nighttime you slide down a tiny little ice slide, and it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Have you guys ever heard of this game called Shatterhand on NES?
You know what? I don't think I have.
Maybe we ought to implore all of our employees here at Game Mavericks to go watch that playthrough.
Everybody at Game Mavericks HQ, do your homework.
At Sniff Mavericks HQ. Mike, get it in the picture of Game Mavericks headquarters.
Mikey, I can't believe that Shatterhand did become your new favorite game of all time from just watching me play it on the show.
You should have just felt it in your bones.
I swear to my bones. Persona 5
Don't
is so
worry,
good.
bones are just a myth.
Mr. Skillemans can't hurt you. He is only a myth.
Nobody's ever seen one in real life.
Nobody's ever seen one in real life. It's so stupid.
Except Ethan has seen one. It's called Mandy. She was best friend.
Husband, sure.
No, I said best friend.
Oh, I think he said husband.
Yeah.
It's like, this is Mandy, my husband.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mikey, you ignored my fart edit request. The one where he's walking and you have to edit in a fart every time he takes a step.
I did. Because,
You made me do it.
well, you see, the thing is, even though you asked me to do it in that part,
I did not, in fact,
I
want
was
to do
also in that part, and I told myself to ignore you in the part. And so I did what I had asked you myself to do in the future
it.
instead.
You're such an... I love your meta way of thinking because I do the exact same thing. It's like if I refrain from saying yes during the time, you know, my voice is going south.
Then you should
If anybody's
travel north.
If anybody's watching this, I'm further north than any of you chodes.
No, you're
Let's get
in the
ripped off
west.
Uncharted 2.
The
Maybe.
East.
I don't know if that's actually
was
true.
that a joke?
No, it was just
I'm
me
not- I'm
having
not
a
sure.
little
Was
brain
that-
aneurysm.
It sounds a lot more fun than playing this game, am I right?
Or
Hold on, let me fart into the microphone.
I heard that one for once.
Oh man, I'm dying over here.
you could say that
If
you're.
anybody's
I don't know. I got nothing actually.
Oh, I guess this is the healing one.
let's
Oh
see.
my god, I almost died. No, 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 no!
I was so happy I didn't die that I died.
Hello everybody, Miguito Eduardo Sanchez here to tell you guys about what happened to the footage. As you can see, there's a lot of skipping and freeze framing and just thorough unpleasantness going on here. I figured out after the fact that my antivirus was running a scan while we were in the middle of recording this video game, and it led to results similar to what we saw in the Shadow Generations playthrough. I got everything fixed for session 3, I just turned the damn thing off while we were recording and it seemed to work fine. But unfortunately, as far as this part and the next goes, I can't really do anything about it in post, and Ethan refused to re-record this level so that it would look presentable for you guys, so if you hold out until part 14, everything's gonna look great after that, but unfortunately until then, you're gonna have to deal with some issues with the footage, so yeah, that's all, and on with the show. They trapped me in a corner and knocked me off.
It feels like there's a buzzsaw in my throat. Ugh, this game ripped off Uncharted 2.
I think this game came out first.
It ripped off Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2 was like 09, right?
Yes, November. It was November 2009. I don't remember exactly what day. Maybe it was the 18th. I can't remember. But sure, yeah, it's a Uncharted ripped off Sonic the Hedgehog. They're almost identical in gameplay and dialogue. Right, Alonzo? You played Uncharted 2 with us.
Uncharted 2, great time. It was a fun.
That was a fun. That was a fun playthrough. We had some funny running gags in that one.
with Donut Drake.
Specifically,
and
you trying to edit in Ocean Man.
What?
Remember, like, you kept coming up with unique ways to fuck with the end slide?
Oh, yes, that's right. I don't do that anymore because Michael put in so much effort with the current end slides we have. What did Alonzo just say?
What did I say?
Oh, Donut Drake, yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to stay focused. It's getting hot in here with no AC in Arizona.
It's
It's
getting hot
It's
in
getting
here,
tired in here.
So take
Dude, it
off
was
all
cold
your
today.
clothes.
So hot.